Greetings, YouTube. Today is World AIDS Day. Some of you may have seen a video I did quite a while back about my stepbrother Donny. Donny was 34 years old when he died. He died complications due to AIDS. He had unprotected sex with the wrong person, got HIV, which eventually became AIDS. What actually killed him was a brain disorder, a fairly common brain disorder that 99% of humanity has no problem with, because we have a functioning immune system. It's a disorder that we as a species have tackled and overcome. But when your immune system stops, the disease is able to take root. And it took my brother at only 34 years old. I miss Donny. He was a nice man. He was a good person, a great bartender, and he was trying to become a great photographer, and he'd taken steps in that direction. I like to think that if he'd lived, he would have become well known in that field. He had a good eye. But that wasn't what happened. He got sick. I couldn't visit him in the hospital in that last few weeks. I just couldn't bring myself to see him like that. I wanted to remember him as I did in life. But I talked to him 2 days before he died, and I made him laugh. And that's always brought me a bit of solace, knowing I made him laugh. Then we lost him. Millions of people in the world have AIDS. Most of them don't receive any kind of help. My stepbrother did, but it was too late. I would love for everyone out there to use condoms. Every single time you have sex with someone that you do not know absolutely 100% has been tested and that you were not in a monogamous relationship with. It's not a difficult thing to do. It'll keep you alive. It seems like a pretty small effort for a really big win, because it means you don't die. Now, my stepbrother died a long time ago. And one of the reasons that he did die is because our government pretty much ignored AIDS when the epidemic started. It's just one of the many reasons I have a problem with the Bush-Reagan era. Mostly Reagan. And I have a problem with any person or group that does not endorse the use of condoms. Because there are people and groups that actively tell people not to use them. Which is one of the many reasons I don't like the Catholic Church. Because they're killing people. Not only are they spreading sexually transmitted diseases, but they're helping to contribute to overpopulation and starvation. Apparently, their God wants babies to starve, rather than the much wiser decision of just not having the babies. But today, reach out to someone who suffered a loss due to AIDS. Talk to someone who has it. Find someone who has HIV and tell them they're not alone. Give them a hug. My sister took my stepbrother's death very hard. She went on to work at an AIDS hospice, where people go to die. I believe it's one of the reasons that she went into the field of medicine and eventually became a nurse practitioner, and now is a midwife. And she has delivered over 1,100 babies. Now she has one of her own. I'm hoping that my nephew, Calvin, will see the day when there's a vaccine for AIDS. And all of us can be protected from it. But I won't ever forget the ones that were ignored by the governments of the world, that are being ignored now, that aren't getting the help they need, and that aren't even being given the opportunity to have access to the birth control, the condoms, that would save their lives. But mostly, I miss my brother. I wish you were here, Donny.